solving linear inequalities in one variable. So first thing, notice 3 is less than 7. That's a true statement. We all can agree on that. What about if we added something to both sides? For example, if we add 2 to both sides. Well, we'll still get 5 is less than 9. Still a true statement. What about if we subtract? So once again, we'll start with 3 is less than 7. Let's subtract this time. Let's subtract 9. And I'm just picking numbers here. 3 minus 9 is negative 6, and 7 minus 9 is negative 2. Notice we still have a true statement. So notice both of these are still true statements. So what that tells us is that we can add or subtract something from both sides, and it doesn't change the inequality. Just like we could add or subtract to both sides of an equation, and we were okay. So now we're going to do the same thing and look at multiplication with division. So 10 is greater than 8. We're all okay with that. What about if we multiply by a positive 4? Well, 10 times 4 is 40, and 8 times 4 is 32. We still have a true statement. So we still have a true statement. Alright, once again, starting with the true statement, 12 is greater than 3. This time we're going to multiply by a negative number, in this case negative 2. And we'll get negative 24 is greater than negative 6. Notice that's not true anymore. Because negative 6 is greater than negative 24. So the key thing to keep in mind is when you're multiplying or dividing, and it matters if it's a positive, the inequality will stay the same. If it's a negative, you have to flip your inequality. Notice in this case, to make this a true statement, it would need to be like this. Notice the sign has flipped. So now we're going to solve our inequalities. We're also then going to graph our solution and write it in interval notation. So first we're going to solve these. And remember, it's just like solving equations, except if you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to flip your sign. Let's start with notice we only added and subtracted, so our sign doesn't flip. But now we are dividing by a negative, so our inequality is actually going to switch. So we have now solved it. We've got to write this in on a graph. Remember, this is 1 and a 4. We want the numbers less than or equal to. So we have the equal, so we've got a bracket. And we want the numbers less than that, so we're going to the left. But then we also need interval notation. So that means we want all the numbers from negative infinity up to 5/4, but including 5/4. So we've got our bracket. Next one, we've got to distribute this negative 3. Subtract our 12. Divide by negative 6. So we'll get x is greater than 2. So on a number line, we want the numbers greater than negative 2, but notice not equal to, so we'll have our parenthesis. So we want all the numbers from 2 on up. So now we have a half. We can just multiply both sides by 2. Notice though this 2 was positive, so our sign is not going to change, even though this is a negative here. And we want the numbers greater than negative 8, so we'll be going this way. And it's not including, so it'll be our open parenthesis. So you have negative 8 to infinity.